The world needs saving, but don't get involved. Don't despair or be scared. There's some dudes you can call. I don't mean Dr. Jones, Mr. T slash Stallone, Conan the Barbarian can suck on my bone. I'm talking John Candy, Quaid, Randy, Jack Black will attack, and Fred Flintstone is Plan B. Tommy from Sandusky.
Are you crazy? You must be.
You got to just trust me. These heroes are Husky heroes. Husky heroes. Husky heroes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Husky Heroes, the podcast where we talk about famously large characters. Sutta, how's it going, my friend?
Pretty great. It was an eventful week. Pretty good time this week, I'd say. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I mean, a peek behind the curtains here. This is going to be well regarded as the sleepy sode.
Yes.
I think both of us have had long days and or weeks, and
Yep.
yeah. Okay, cool. That's that's the cocktail that killed Elvis, I think.
Yeah. It
Miller
took down
Lite
Chris
and
Farley.
Canadian Club. Yeah, it took down the best of them.
R.I.P. A long time ago.
How old are you? 30,
35.
35? What's the famous age that everyone died at? 36? Or was it even younger than that?
I
Am
think it
going
was
crazy?
like it's 27 and like some in the
27.
30s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I think
like Jimi Hendrix and like Janis Joplin, like all the famous dead people died at like the same age, which is insane.
Yeah, but also like, so it's interesting too because I think fat comedians die in their 30s. I think that's just not a man.
I mean, yeah, I think Farley was like in his like 35. He was probably your age, honestly.
33.
33? Ooh,
Wow.
we beat Farley? You beat Farley. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I've got 2 years to go, I guess, to outlive Farley. But listen,
You
the
got
amount
this.
of life in those years, my friend.
Oh, so much life. We have
He
so
was
much
the
life
Beverly
left.
Hills Ninja.
He
come on.
was. Oh, man,
That's who he
so
was.
Yeah, he was so awesome in that too. He's such a. I remember like actually watched because it was his birthday this past week. They were showing highlights of him, and like he was so fucking athletic.
Dude, yeah. I mean, he was a Madison football player and rugby player. He was like insanely in shape for the size that he was, like athletically speaking.
Really, it's so weird. Like, and also it's probably a lot of cocaine too because these guys did tons of cocaine.
For sure. I mean, yeah. I mean that like, enhances it, but you got to have the base,
That's
like
very
you give
true.
me cocaine, I'm not doing flips and all that stuff.
No, maybe like if you know what I think it's because we never did it at a young age because they started doing it in college, and
Right.
if we started doing it in college, we'd be dead at 33.
You think I should become a cocaine guy now?
No, we're too late for that,
I think-
man.
Nah, maybe that's my new thing. Just become a
I don't
cocaine
like
guy.
this. I hate this. I
And
hate this a lot.
I'm gonna be real annoying with it too. Yeah, exactly.
We
Like
should
I'm
write a
gonna
script.
just go up to every mildly Latino looking guy in a bar and ask if they're selling.
Yes. Also, like, you gotta wait till like
Big
they take the
sweaty
fentanyl out of
red
it.
guy.
Oh God. That
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like a
that's true.
fucking
That's
nightmare.
taking everyone out, man. That got Mac Miller. That got big R.I.P. to Mac Miller. Big R.I.P. to Michael Kenneth Williams. They just caught his killers. The dude from
Really?
the dude
Yeah.
from oh God, what's that show that everyone loves that I found boring and I quit?
The Wire.
The Wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Omar.
What a bummer, man.
I found out I was asleep. I was in the hospital asleep. And like months after waking up, I found out he died. I was like, what? I
Omar, no.
was like, get out of here. I love that guy. Hey,
By the
man,
way-
Norm Macdonald died while I was out too. And that was
Norm
a big
Macdonald.
shock.
That's a bummer, man. That was a bad one. That was so sad. Oh, no, real quick too. John Belushi died at 33 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's our median age. That's like halfway between both of us.
It is. That's fucking scary. I don't fucking like that at all.
Yeah, dude. So, watch out.
I hate this conversation. Let's not.
Look out.
Please don't do coke.
No. We live our lives like really healthily, so we'll be fine, man.
I hope you're great. As we both sip our Miller. Miller Lite's like the healthiest beer you could have.
Yeah. It's basically medicine. Just die on camera. That would be
If I
good
don't
for the
have
pod. That would
Oh,
be
that'd be
good for the
great.
pod.
We get
Who
a lot
would
of
you
views.
replace me with?
Ooh.
Think long and hard, because there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer.
I'm gonna say.
I think you. I'm just gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
I think you hold a reality show style competition, and
That
let the
sounds cool.
viewers decide who gets to be on.
I would love that. Just to like have all of our friends compete to try to replace you on the show.
Replace me. You know,
Just
me,
have like
as a ghost, I would just be like,
this pleases me.
yes, exactly. Be me. Yes, be me.
Let the comedy flow through you.
So I went to the movie theater the other day. I saw Jackass Forever.
Oh, I really want to see that in theaters.
Yeah, dude, it's a fun time. It's pretty consistently funny, I would say. I don't think it's as like laugh out loud crazy as like Jackass number 2, which is like the gold standard, I think.
Yeah, that shit. Talk about like the second movie like outperforming the first one. Like holy shit,
Dude, they crushed it with that.
that's amazing.
With that sequel. I mean, this is like Godfather 2 level stuff, you know?
Yeah, that was. You know what's funny too? Like I was listening to another pod, or actually no, I was talking, or I was listening to like a comedian talk about these movies, and it was like this is like a point in history where like guys were fun and not toxic.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they have like this charisma to like that entire original cast, and everyone was
Yep.
kind of on the same page like comedically,
Yeah,
where everyone kind of liked the same stupid shit. Like
it was literally
you know,
just lightning in a bottle.
right, just like cartoony violence. They just loved it. And like of course Knoxville heading the show, like one of the most charismatic people alive.
How did they find him? Like, cause he just like came out of nowhere.
There's a great documentary actually on Netflix, I think Hulu actually. It's I forgot what it's called, but it's about like the brother magazine or whatever, where they kind of all started.
Yeah, is it Big Brother?
Big Brother or Brother, I don't know, I can't remember what it was called. But
'Cause it was part
anyway,
of
look
Hustler.
up Jackass documentary. I'm sure you could figure you'll find it
I have to check that.
on there. I'm pretty sure it's Hulu, but it's really good, and it shows like kind of how the whole Jackass thing happened. And
I'm into
if
it.
you're into that kind of thing, you'll
am.
definitely enjoy it.
Because that was like that came out at like the age where I was that fucking age bracket that was supposed to be into this. I was like 13, 14, getting into action sports,
Yeah,
and I was that fucking asshole.
yeah, because I was a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But
like
all
10
of our
or 11?
like all of our like 7th and 8th grade friends, mostly the 8th graders, I think. Well, maybe they were 7th grade. I was like 6th grade or something. But anyway, I would follow them around and shit, and like they were making like a Jackass, like kid version of Jackass, and they were doing some like dangerous stuff. Like one
Hi,
of
I'm
our
Bernie.
buddies,
Welcome to
one of our-
Donkey.
Yeah, oh, there was definitely a conversation about what it should be called,
Yes.
because everyone was afraid of calling it Jackass.
Of course.
So like I remember some person just being like just like complete like first draft shit, because you're just like a little kid. Like, what about Jack Butt? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That's actually not bad for 7th graders.
Yeah, I've swung all the way back around to thinking that's actually a pretty good and funny idea. But back
It's
then it was
kinda
just
great.
like, come on, man, that's a little too on the nose.
It's kind of good.
It's
Like,
kind of
it's
good. Kind of.
Sometimes you need inexperienced people to come and just throw an idea, and sometimes it fucking sticks, man.
Hey, man, listen.
That's that.
There's no purer mind than the mind of a child.
That's true.
The
That is
mind
very
of a
true.
child that has been slammed into garbage cans, being slid on their bellies with a skateboard into garbage cans lined up to look like a giant bowling alley.
That's fucking awesome.
This is very, very stupid. Very stupid stuff.
We did a lot of the shopping cart shit because we were right by the Curie High School here in Chicago, right by the Jewel, right by the Super
Yeah.
Mall.
Oh yeah,
Shopping
I
carts
remember
were
it
there.
fondly.
Yeah, so we just did dumb shit at the CTA station, at the train station right there across the street. It was fucking great. Until it wasn't. Until my friend broke his wrist and everything stopped.
Yeah, it was definitely much more terrified of everything in high school. I was very afraid. I kept my head down in high school. Didn't do much. Didn't do much at all.
I was the opposite.
All of my jackassery was in grade school.
I have to say,
reason.
I feel like I'm in another renaissance because in high school I lost a lot of weight and I got a lot of confidence, and now I'm starting to lose weight again, and the confidence is coming back, and like I feel less fear.
You were looking like a snack.
Thank you.
You were looking like a priest bait.
Thanks. I was actually. I had really long hair and I looked like just trouble enough.
My dinner has been delivered to me.
Oh yeah, dude. Actually, we should keep this in. People need to see this pizza puff.
You want to keep this in?
Yeah, look at that pizza puff.
Thank you, mommy.
Hi.
Yeah, Sote says hi.
Hi, Sote.
Hey, I'll be back soon.
Well, she's gonna go ahead and
hey!
Look at my new hair. You like it?
It looks really nice.
You want it?
She
You're
went-
not eating
Oh,
that.
I thought it was fries.
Put it in your ear.
Oh,
It
this
looks-
thing. Oh, this goes.
It looks like an
I would've ruined
Altoid.
it.
God help us all.
It looks like an Altoid, so I get it. It's like a
Send
mint.
help.
Yeah,
yes,
I
your
thought
hair
it was.
Help, please.
Your hair looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
She just
Say
got it
hi
done
to your
today.
mom and papa.
I will. They're downstairs hanging out.
All right. Okay, bye.
All right.
Bye. Oh no.
Almost lost the AirPod. Thank you.
I got so enthused with that I disconnected my headphones.
Oh,
That was amazing. That was such
So
a
that's-
your mom moment.
Yeah, dude. That's...
I love your mom so much. That was amazing.
I think we found a clip for this week's Instagram post.
Yep. The time Bernie's mom almost ate an AirPod.
All right, so of course we got classic fries.
Oh, you got to get those nice little thin almost shoestringish.
Oh yeah, you'll find these at basically any neighborhood joint.
I wonder if maybe this should be a part of the Diet Coke. You got to keep that weight down, so you got to go with the Diet Coke.
I'm gonna get that DC going.
Yeah, DC. Have you seen the new Coke, the Starlight Coke?
Oh my god, I need to try that.
I
need to try that.
One of my friends went to the store today and found it, but he's in New Orleans, so like
It's got to be.
yeah.
It's got to be findable.
You already know, like
it.
I live within like walking distance of 3 7-Elevens. None of them have it.
Get out of here.
I'm pissed. So I got to go to like a Jules. I got to go to like a Mariano's. Yeah, there's that puff.
There's the pizza puff.
I feel like the pizza puff is a more iconic food, a more iconic Chicago food than like even like a gyro.
So if you're asking if I learned anything from almost dying in the hospital, nope.
You know what?
Just like how the pandemic didn't teach me how to wash my hands. That shit ended 2 weeks into that thing.
I will say the thing I learned from dieting recently is like if you cut shit out completely, it's even worse. So you're better off just like doing like one day of good shit, or like maybe having like a little bit of something bad each day, and you'll be all right.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah,
Dieting advice from the Husky Heroes.
from a show famously about fat dudes.
We're out of the job if we diet too good, okay?
This is
We gotta
true.
keep it.
By the way, I'm down 2 pant sizes, and like
Oh, I'm liking that.
I'm in the market for a belt. I have not worn a belt in like 5 or 6 years.
I like that, man. That's
And
great.
I'm bringing this up because you recently posted about the rope belt. the Simpsons rope belt.
You 100% are going to get that.
Dude, it's only $26. I'm thinking
Only
about
20.
it. It's only 26
It's
bucks.
like $12 for a belt at like Target.
It's a bespoke rope. I need that in my life, man. It's
You would, man.
But here's the thing. I'm only saying that I want the rope because like as a big dude, when you sit down and you're wearing a belt, it kind of fucks with your gut, with your bottom gut. And like I still got gut.
Yeah, I get that, but it's not. I mean, it's not. Whatever. Listen, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I actually also made a stupid online purchase very recently.
Wait, what'd you get?
I bought a gun.
Yeah.
So
You bought a starter gun?
it's a is there anywhere for me to put my pizza puff down? I don't want to get grease on my piece here.
Put it in your mouth.
So it's a dart gun.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
You load bullets into the actual barrel here.
So it's a Nerf gun
As
that'll
you
get
can
you
see,
shot on the street.
the
Oh
bullets
shit!
come out. Yeah.
What the? Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait
So
a
they're
minute.
like these little cylinders.
You got shells for a Nerf gun?
There's these little metal cylinders, and the bullet is inside of it,
Holy
and it
shit!
just shoots out. So
Dude,
like you
okay.
shoot like you could load it like a like a real gun. You get your your male fantasy out of the way.
Gotta say, that's a lot better than this rope belt. I'm
I won
this is me
I
eating
won
crow.
a decent amount of money gambling
Fuck yeah.
on that first week of the playoffs,
Fuck yeah.
the NFL wild card round,
Very nice.
and I immediately bought this way too expensive toy gun. The shit was like $60,
That's not that
but-
bad.
all the way from China. It is heavy,
China.
and you could you could do like all the dirty Harry fantasy.
You know, I can't judge that much because, like, most recent, like in October.
You know what I'm talking about?
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Yeah,
Let's see if
I
we can
recently went
actually see
to.
the dart.
Where's
Hold
my?
on,
I
hold
have,
that thought. I'm gonna shoot a dart
Yeah.
back here. You can't even
Ooh.
see it. Can't even see it. Shoots real hard.
that shoots super hard. That's kind of scary, honestly. That's a
Yeah,
little.
wait, no, this is behind me somewhere. That's gone forever, by the way. Every
Oh, no,
single
it's-
dart I've shot is just gone.
It's behind
I
your
don't know where
mattress,
they go.
and in the fucking. It's in Fern Gully or wherever the Fraggle Rock now.
It's in Fraggle Rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're playing with it. It's
The Fraggles are cutting it into deli meat for the
Yeah.
rest of the people in Fraggle Rock.
They love it.
So, in all seriousness, rope belt. I'm
Listen. I realize you're at a vulnerable stage in your life right now.
I am. I'm mid-30s.
So I'm not going to stop you. I'm not even going to try. I think you should do it. And you know what? I actually love this for you.
Okay.
And I support you.
I'm gonna say also, let's put out like a scenario. Every time that I'm gonna make a purchase, my friend Jasmine, buddy, she told
Shout
me
out
this.
to Jazz.
Yeah, she's doing good, by the way. Everything's going good there.
Love that.
She's probably feeling this and saying hi back because she has the force. It's weird. But yeah, like, so when I was in the market for a new car, I was like, I'm gonna buy the new Volkswagen Beetle. Cool. I liked it. It was cheap. Cool. I was gonna do it. And she's like, all right, cool. So how old are you now? 28. Okay, cool. So when you're 33, when you're older, how are you gonna feel driving a Volkswagen Beetle as a grown man?
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Mhm. Those new style Beetles that
The last
officially
ones,
got discontinued
They were
a few
cool.
years ago, they're fucking awesome.
they are awesome.
I will 100. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to. I'm putting it in the universe. I'm gonna buy one.
You would look awesome stepping out of that because it's a bigger car, so you'll fit. You won't have a hard time.
You
in
can't
there.
fit anyone in the back seat. That's for
That's
show.
fine. Fuck them.
So I'll be all the way back. You know.
You know what the best part is? Fold those bitches
It'll be
down.
a pod situation.
You got even more trunk space. You're great. You're fine. Like me, I could throw another person back there because I'm a little munchkin boy. I'm a little ball man. So it's fine. But yeah, so she brought that up and I was like, all right, cool. And then she brought up another thing like, so do you think you're gonna roll up to someone's house and pick them up for a date and they're gonna see you roll up in a Beetle and they're gonna have sex with you? And I was like, okay, fair, very fair. I had that same thought when I thought about getting my apartment and putting a Murphy bed in it, which apparently people are into Murphy beds, so cool. Murphy bed's gonna happen.
I mean, listen, women. We're gonna turn into one of those podcasts now.
Women be shopping.
The female pleasure centers. I think we're turning into a women be shopping podcast now. You as a man need to provide. Like
You're gonna become Steve Harvey.
Unlistenable, like Kevin Hart podcast or something.
God damn, that guy.
The dude's on the radio, like that dude's on like satellite radio like 8 hours a day. There's no way that show could be good.
He's pushing so hard to be the next Steve Harvey, and it's
it's
kind of sad.
Yeah. Even Steve Harvey got out of that lane already. He's just doing game shows.
Yeah, and he's just like posting crazy pics of his cool ass like Batman villain outfits.
Yeah. I would kill to be Steve Harvey. Not gonna
Dude,
lie.
man. His fits are kind of fucking great.
Listen, I think you should get the Beetle. I think you should get the Murphy bed.
All right.
I think you should get the rope belt. I think you just got to do it. You just
But-
got to commit. This is who you truly are. I mean, come on, listen. What's a couple extra hurdles to getting laid? You know what I mean? You're
It's a
sitting in front
challenge.
of two highly souped up remote control trucks. It's like you've already gone down the rabbit hole, man. You just
This
got to
is
see
true,
where
man.
it leads at this point. You just
This
got to
is
see where
true.
it takes you.
I'm like hurtling towards middle age, and it's like scary.
That's
Because
okay, man. We'll go into it ungracefully together.
I fucking hope so, man.
I think this decade is gonna be my decade, and I do mean that as in like I'll have more financial stability and whatnot. I'm just speaking it into existence,
Okay.
and when that happens, it's over for you hoes.
Yeah, it's over for you hoes. It's
Not
done.
literally. I'm basically married.
Pretty much, yeah.
But so not literally, you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. Like
Mazel
I'm
tov,
doing
by the
doing
way.
everything, man.
I'm saying it now, Mazel
I'm
tov.
becoming a cocaine guy. I already told you.
You're gonna become a married cocaine guy.
married cocaine guy.
And I know a guy like that, and it is fucking weird. It's
I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to fix cars because every car I want is from like the 90s.
we had this discussion too, man. We
Yeah.
both want 90s Japanese cars, and we're like so fucking
the
ready.
boxier the better.
Yeah,
you
man.
know?
You would look good in like that boxy Lexus from like an
Oh, dude, are you
ES300 from
kidding
like
me?
92. Oh my god,
I'd
dude.
be crushing it, man.
You look fucking sick in that
Step
thing.
out in my Levi's 501s with
No, you need a
all
velour.
with the all white Reeboks,
You got to get the
And-
velour tracksuit.
the classic like Jerry Seinfeld pullover sweater,
Yes, absolutely.
normcore at its finest.
You open the door, just a Seinfeld theme starts playing.
Thinking I look so cool, just heaving my giant body out of this little car.
You know what's great about it right now, though? Like the way the standard is now for being cool, as long as you like act cool, you're good. You could literally be walking down the street with your pants down and a turd half your ass, but if you're walking cool, people are like, "This guy's pretty all right.
This guy gets it.
This guy gets it. This guy has the vibe."
World's going to hell, you know. Late stage capitalism is a thing.
That'll
Just
happen.
get the rope belt, man. Just do it. It'll make you feel
Price-
better.
The
It'll
price
make
is
you feel
right,
good.
man. It's either this or the travel belt that like buckles like with a plastic.
Everyday carry travel belt.
Exactly. I'm gonna like be
Full.
tactical as shit for the rest of my
You can
life.
put it on your keychain.
I'm gonna wear that
It
little.
folds down to the size of a keychain.
I'm gonna wear that messenger bag that tucks under your sweater.
Yeah, I
You
like
just
that.
like pull out the little. Here's my Vax card so I can get drunk.
Yeah, I had to do that the other day for the movie theaters. That's
Yeah.
that's a thing I could be okay with.
Me too, honestly.
I mean, I
kinda
guess
like,
the mask mandates and stuff like that are going away soon.
not a fan.
But you know,
I'm still wearing one.
it's
I
not
don't
that bad to be like, hey man, we don't want you to get everyone sick.
Yeah, it
Can
seems
you- can
unreasonable
you
to be
prove
upset
to
about
us? I don't know. Whatever, man.
that. It's dumb.
Well,
Anyway,
now we got New Zealanders against this now. It's the whole thing, man.
now we got.
You see that thing I tweeted?
I did. That was upsetting.
It's like all those what is the Moray
Yeah, Maori.
Maori
Yeah.
people protesting, doing like hakas
Like,
in the name of mask mandates, removing
As-
the mask mandates.
I think as people
Jesus.
who were descendants of people that died because they got diseases from white people that came into their country, that's a bad stance to have.
Very bad stance. I mean,
Terrible stance.
what are you gonna do, man? People got to go to Walmart, you know.
Exactly.
People need their Walmart. I mean, what?
I'm so
People
mad
need
after
their goddamn Applebee's. People need Applebee's. Okay, stay away from my Applebee's, Fauci.
This is the equivalent of people like seeing a no shirt, no shoes, no service thing and being mad that that's there.
Stay away from my bloomin' onion, Fauci. You could pry it out of my cold dead hands.
I want my baby back ribs without the mask, Fauci. Chili baby back ribs.
I want my baby back, and I want to be able to smell it.
I
through
literally want my baby
nose.
back because I'm negligent and DCFS took my baby. And I also want the ribs.
Yes, the ribs, please, and two of them, one to take home, because I think that is the deal. I think that is the deal at Applebee's.
It was. I would have mud butt for a week. Remember when Olive Garden did the same shit? Like you go get an entree and they give you the whole ass entree to go to.
Yeah, what was that?
That was fucking sad, man. At the time I was dating someone who was so hyped on that. Like we went like immediately as soon as they announced it. She was so excited. I was so like, all right, I can't. Okay.
All right.
Relationship quickly ended after that.
I mean, I get it, I guess. In her defense, I get it. But like
it's cool to have like
it's
extra
Olive Garden,
food.
though, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it's like it's Italian, but
it's like, oh, I'll just go there and load up on breadsticks. Each breadstick is like 800 calories.
yeah.
Like
But I'm having
insane.
salad. Every piece of the salad is coated in like 20 layers of dressing. It's not salad.
Yeah, well, you start doing the fat guy math, right? And you start like
Yeah.
subtracting calories as you eat salad.
Yep.
It's just like, okay,
Exactly.
well, that 4 breadsticks, that was 3,200 calories, and then I ate a salad, so you just subtract 700 from that. I'm good. I'm hitting my daily.
The
my
new thing
daily
is
goal.
looking at your steps and being like, "Oh, that's accurate. I took 10,000 steps." No, you fucking didn't. You took maybe half.
True. Yeah, the most of it was just like the technology being terrible.
Yeah, most of it is like me, like my hands shaking on the steering wheel because my suspension's shitty.
And
That's
checking
yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Get like 4,000 steps in on a good day.
that's
just for
that's
that.
ambitious. I need like maybe 100 steps nowadays. Womp womp.
Listen, we're old, you know. We're old. This is unbecoming. No one wants to hear this from us.
Yeah, man. We're
Let's
losing
move
time.
on to what the show is actually about, Sota.
There you go. We're doing
Which
it.
I hate that we have to do this. I hate that we have to talk about what we're talking about today.
You're really upset about this, but
Okay, we should probably set up though. We mentioned on the last episode that we were gonna do Super Mario Brothers
yeah.
this week, but Sota soon found out, and we should probably just do this before we announce anything ever. It's just not streaming anywhere, so we couldn't watch it, and we couldn't in good faith do that episode and make you guys
Nowhere. Like you have to buy the DVD, and we no longer have a DVD player here.
Yeah, I think there's a DVD player here for sure. There's also a VCR here, so you know, this
Pretty
is
sweet.
a house. But this is that house.
The house that time forgot.
Yeah, I mean, you got a Tweety bird hanging from the freaking window there. You know what kind of house this is, man.
It looks like Tweety's hanging from its neck, and that's upsetting.
I wish the little bastard was. I'll tell you that much.
He is pretty.
Wish
He's
the
a
little
terrible
bastard
character.
was.
You know when girls had Tweety Bird airbrush shirts that they were going to be a problem back in the day. Like
Yeah,
they were those girls.
I do think that like those shirts are like sought after now by like Gen Z.
Oh, for sure.
They love like kitschy stuff that was super lame when we were young.
Yeah, but I loved it. I still got my my Taz and Bugs Bunny like back to back with the fucking baggy pants.
Probably sell that for like $400 right now.
I gotta find that shit. I want to sell that right now. I need money to get in the place.
Yeah. I know you're saving up for the big move, so
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to Logan Square?
whatever.
Bridgeport?
Listen, I'm going to keep on advocating for Bridgeport for you, but
I think my budget's
just go
pushing
where
me to
you go.
Bridgeport.
Just go where you go.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So
anyway.
instead of talking about Super Mario Brothers, we are talking about, because remember, it is Bob and Boba month. We will probably have to finish off with some kind of Bob Hoskins situation because we've only done one, but Boba's really taking all the shine here. We are talking about the second half of the Book of Boba Fett. That's right. Chapters 4 through 7 today.
So excited.
And I'm just going to have to say first, just starting off, I'm going to start off the conversation. I was too easy on this show.
That's okay.
On the last episode. I went too easy on it. I gave it too much credit. And I'm now ready to say that the show is bad. Now, the thing is that it's no secret now that like it became not Boba Fett anymore.
Yeah.
And the show got better. So
Yeah.
like it is that weird thing where it's like it finishes off strong, but
You're
you cannot lose sight of how bad those first 4 episodes were. You just truly
yeah.
can't. It was like on another level bad television.
It's really bad. It's but it's funny because like bad good. It's kind of like watching I want to say like a
Nope,
Gossip
it's
Girls.
bad.
Yeah, well,
Bad,
I don't know.
bad.
I still enjoy. I even enjoyed the first 3 episodes. There was like a weird enjoyment to it because I knew where it was gonna be something cool. But then the cool thing ended up just being the Mandalorian, like you said.
Right. Like who would have thought that like no one cares about a fat 60-year-old guy? Who'd have
Shocking,
thunk? Who'd have thunk? Shocking, right?
right?
Recast the guy. Why not recast the guy?
Or CGI his face like you want to do everything else.
All right, we're gonna have to back up on that.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to back up on that because anyway, some of the choices made in this show are one legit very stupid. Like I don't understand how this is the show that they ended up making, and
Fair.
other things are just flat out like wrong. Like my brain did not accept it, and
I get it.
let's take it episode by episode. So let's start off with where we left off, chapter 4.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess that's the one where it's another fucking flashback. It's another goddamn flashback.
Yeah, it's him like after his
It's-
buddies got killed, like stalking his new house, which is like he's still not there yet, but he's like, yeah, he's in there. I'll get my revenge.
Right. It's like before the events of what we saw in The Mandalorian, which is where Boba gets his armor. In this episode, Boba's going back to Jabba's palace to get his ship, and then going to the Sarlacc pit
Right.
to get the armor because he thinks it's still in there. It's fetch quests. It's all just stupid nonsense. Just shit for him to do that doesn't
is.
advance the story at all.
It doesn't.
It doesn't do anything but just creates little set pieces.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
no. There's like weird like, and this is where like you're right. This is where like it starts showing like we're like, oh, this is like not. This is you're right. This is not great. Like I still like weirdly enjoyed because I know that it's gonna lead to something, but it's like, oh man.
But the problem is
Okay.
we know where it leads to
Yeah.
already because this is all flashbacks. Like we already see where he's at.
Yeah.
And like, what's wrong with just showing you that? You know, what's wrong with staying in the present and showing how he's trying to take over Tatooine?
Same.
Whatever. Try to take
Yeah.
over Mos Espa.
Mhm.
Like, let's see that story. We don't have to keep jumping back and, you know, laying
Yeah.
track for shit that was already finished. Like in the good old days, that this stuff would have just happened in a video game
Yeah.
or a comic book spin-off or something like that.
Mm.
Now it's in the show. You have to just watch it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that, it'd probably be just like a book that people were like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it was cool. It kind of tells you like kind of what Boba Fett was doing before he came back to, you know.
And the
And
people
then
that
you're
would
like,
have said it was
okay,
cool, were
cool.
just like, yeah.
I get it. I understand the story and I know it now. I
Mhm.
don't necessarily need to see it or read the book about it, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I heard that. But then this thing is just like, let's show it all. It's like
Yeah,
it's
there's, like-
all terrible.
It's just the first 4 episodes are like all filler. Which
Right,
is,
exactly.
And you're right. Like that's when you start seeing that like the people behind the new Star Wars are like, Boba Fett's cool, but we got rid of all the cool stories because we decided that was a cool idea, and now we got to find a way to fill it in. We have to do this until the Mando could come back.
Yeah, and I think the writing was probably on the wall for them. I think they were like, fuck, we blew our load with the Mandalorian. Cause like, why was the Mandalorian made? It's because everyone thought Boba Fett was cool, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
the lore already ruined the Boba Fett character. Like any coolness of Boba Fett, I guess, is just out the window now because he has to be a human guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Mando could just be whoever he is because he's not invented yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And he's like an actual Mandalorian. So like there's like a whole like story behind him, and he's gonna do
Yeah.
shit differently.
A lot of that stuff I'm kind of not rocking with either. I mean, the whole he can't take off his helmet thing is really stupid. I think that was just a way of like
Yeah, that was a way to
being
add
able
conflict.
to. Well, I think it was more of a way that they could like get away with just casting anybody.
Yeah.
There's just like, because like Pedro Pascal didn't get cast to play Mando until like months into the production of Mandalorian.
That's fucking insane.
They had already shot like most of the show by the time he came aboard.
Just like
So
him,
like
like,
the entire time, it's just a stuntman in the suit. It's not really him on set, you know,
it's
except for the
so-
scenes where he has to show his face a couple times
that's
a
so
season.
weird. Because like he looks like one of our uncles when they were like in their 20s.
Yeah, he's definitely Chilean.
Yeah.
He's the reason why I have a mustache right now.
Good look.
I'm
It's,
a big Pedro Pascal fan.
he's great.
I love him and I'm deeply in love with him. So
That's fair.
yeah, so you know, there's that.
My love is getting his own Star Wars show soon, so I'm excited.
Who is?
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Ewan McGregor.
I'm worried. At this point, I'm
I'm
worried.
super worried. I'm
worried.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to him?
It's just
What's
more
gonna-
garbage. More garbage. I bet you Darth Maul comes out.
Yeah, Darth Maul's gonna come out. Literally, Darth Vader's gonna come out. Cause like,
Yeah, I know. Hayden Christensen's back.
yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea? Here's one of the things that I don't like right now
Mm.
is the weird like revisiting of things.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that like Andrew Garfield sucked as fucking Spider-Man, right? But then
Yeah.
he comes out in Spider-Man 3, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
Getting Home or whatever the fuck, and like all of a sudden everyone wants to revisit and act like the Amazing Spider-Man was this mind-blowing, awesome, ahead of its time franchise when really it
Yeah.
was just stupid cash grab movies. Like
It was, and it was
They
like
are
not
what
even
they
a
are.
well written. It wasn't a well written Peter Parker. He was like too cool to be Peter Parker.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was stupid. But then there's just like people are looking back with rose-colored glasses just because he's in the new one now.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to pretend like it's good because you like the Marvel series or whatever.
Yeah.
And the same thing, of course, happens with Spider-Man 3. Too many people are like revisiting that one, saying that it's good. It's
not
bad,
good.
guys. It's all
real
bad. And now the same shit. I mean, it's kind of always happened with Star Wars, I guess. But like revisiting like Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader, no one liked it.
No,
No
it was
one
bad.
liked it. I was there. Trust me. No one liked it.
Yeah. Everyone was upset. People were
And
mad.
people are like so excited that he's coming back. It's fucking crazy.
When you saw them, did you see people crying that they were upset? Because I did.
What? No. So I definitely saw all of them in theaters. Episode 1, I was too young to understand that it was like crappy. Episode 2, same thing, I guess. Episode 3, I thought was actually good back then.
Yeah. That makes
But
sense.
also like I don't remember necessarily the theater. There goes the light.
There it is.
So quick thing, light 1 is dead. But guess what? Light 2 is alive. Alive and
Yes.
well. Wait, no, it's not.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
it is.
Oh, okay,
yes,
cool.
it is.
There we go.
We're prepared. We're prepared here.
Not bad. Not
Um,
bad. Not bad.
So yeah, I think I was too young to remember my like theater going experience for
Mhm.
the prequels.
That's reasonable. I was
I
just
remember
the right age.
I remember seeing episode 3 at Fort City.
Oh,
It was like on a
yeah.
day off or something because it was like
Yeah.
completely empty. There was no one there. It was like maybe 10 people in the theater total, and it was amazing. I loved it.
I looking back at it now, I want to rewatch them just to see what's really going on, but I know what I'm gonna think. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna think that the only good thing about episode 1 is like the end fight between Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Because that shit's
I mean,
still
cool
cool.
stuff, and like the lore
Yeah.
is all fine. It's like okay, whatever.
Mhm.
It happened how it happened, I guess, in the mind of George Lucas, but it doesn't necessarily make for a good movie.
No. Because he doesn't have his editor to tell him like, hey, fucking knock it off.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. He was just too in his bag on the prequel to
He
just let
was,
him get
man.
away with whatever he wanted.
They let him
But
go
I don't
for
know.
it.
They're like if
They
you
were
watch
ready.
them now, I find that they're like basically unwatchable, and people like them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do here? Tell people they can't like them? Of course you could like them. You can do whatever
Yeah.
you want to. I'm just here to tell you that they are bad. And
You're
you
wrong.
like
and you
a
should feel
bad
bad.
movie. You like bad
Yeah.
movies. It's okay. Like we all do. You know,
Yeah,
we all
nothing
have
wrong with
our
it.
There's no reason to be like, oh, it was iconic and mind blowing and oh, it's like, no, we were just kids and we liked everything. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
okay that it's bad now.
It's okay to have memories of stuff and be like, yeah, that wasn't that bad, but it was bad.
Right.
And
like, let's not lose sight of this.
exactly.
People find it a big bummer to watch movies with me because
Why?
I don't know, Sota. I don't know, man. I let my fries get cold. This is not good.
No, they're gonna be terrible now. Now it's just gonna be like fat sticks.
You know what? I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer.
There you go. That's the move.
That'll save them. So we could just breeze past chapter 4, right? Like,
pretty much. Like, there's a couple scenes. Like, one of the people, because I did a live stream where I watched it with some of my friends in Discord, and the banthas.
Yeah, I saw you putting that together.
Yeah, we just kind of went for it. Just like it was a spur of the moment thing. We got like, I think at one point we had 5 people watching, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, guys, remember to join the Discord. Go to the Instagram at Husky Heroes Podcast. Our link tree has the Discord in there. Just look for it, join it. Let's have some fun in there. Let's do some watch-alongs. Let's do some fun podcast stuff in there.
Yeah, just talk about shit. We could even discuss shit after the fact. I'd love to talk about shit afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. And I would just like as many people to watch. You know, I like to think that you don't have to watch the movies in order to enjoy this podcast, but let's be honest, you get a better. It's better when you do. You know what I mean?
It's way more fun that way.
Yeah.
And that's all right. Fun's always good.
Yeah, fun. I mean, yeah, it was cool watching him drive the slave one again, I guess.
Yeah, which is not called the slave one anymore for obvious reasons.
Oh, that's right. It's called something else.
The intergalactic space, my ship. I can't say the name anymore.
The Freedom Mobile.
Yes.
The Emancipation Proclamation was good. One. It's just overcorrecting.
The Civil Rights one.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We're gonna get canceled for that, probably. No, we're not. That's fine. Everyone's cool.
I hope. You know what? I hope they do. I need a reason to stay away from the internet.
Yeah, God, please, yes.
Please cancel me. Also,
another thing to bring up: Thundercat, the musician, the performer. He's like the guy who gives everyone the cyber stuff, which is weird.
He's the. I guess it's a tattoo artist situation.
Yeah, at the Star Wars local Star Wars Hot Topic in Mos Eisley.
So stupid. That's one of the things that irks me too about some of the new Star Wars stuff is that they always have to have like real world one-to-one references. Like there's literally like a little dragon thing that crows like a rooster.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's roosters in Star Wars. Like what the hell? Like it doesn't just have to be one-to-one to the real world all the time.
It really doesn't. I mean? It could
like,
be something cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
It's Blip Blorp.
Just weird things.
He's waking me up in the morning.
Bleepy Bloopoo is there, and he has the series is coming soon. Don't you worry, folks.
Yeah.
Bleepy Bloopoo is getting his own series.
Boba Frick, the series coming soon.
Babu Frick, my friend.
Babu Frick.
Babu Frick.
Babu Frick. Same
the best
shit.
The best part of Rise of Skywalker.
That's how I want to roll up to every party from now on. I just go up to your window.
I love that.
And you have to climb in. All awkward. Hold on, guys.
That scene at the end where he's riding with the lady character and he pops up. It looks exactly like he was going down on that lady.
It does. He was like up in there. He just came up. Hey. He's small enough to where he'd be like covered. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, so here's chapter 4 of Book of Boba Fett is where I start thinking like, okay, this is bad. And here's kind of where I think this whole thing kind of went off the rails. You got 60-year-old fat guy Boba Fett, zero charisma, just stoic and like hard ass, I guess, the whole time. Hey, why don't he needs a partner? And as we know from every great like partner buddy cop comedy, we know that the best way to do that is by making the partner the exact same person.
Yeah.
That's why it works, you know? So like obviously I'm being tongue in cheek here if you didn't catch my drift. You got to team this guy up with someone who's not also stoic hard ass, and they give him Fennec, who is stoic hard ass, and it's just the both of them going through the entire thing being stoic hard asses, and it's just not fun to watch.
It really isn't.
Zero crackle, zero charisma going on screen at all. Just both of them being straight faced the entire time.
Yep. Like it's cool that they're both cool.
Are you sure you're gonna do that? Yes. Okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
Then they do it, and then it gets done, and then like, who cares?
And the two stoic people get thrown into a fucking Benny Hill scene where they have to catch
the little droid. Okay, I was like mad watching that.
It felt really out of place. Like the robots and the effects were cool, but it shouldn't be Boba Fett as he is. I shouldn't
see Boba Fett like comically chasing a robot around a kitchen. It's just not. It's not what you want, man. It's just truly not what you want from a Boba Fett show. And you could say that I'm nitpicking here, but if you watch the scene, truly tell me you were into that, and I will tell you are a liar because you were not.
It was pretty goofy. It was like really goofy.
I don't know, man.
Going back to what you said earlier about like fat old Boba Fett, apparently like Disney, like he was like when they called him and be like, "Hey, we want you to be back as Boba Fett." Cool. He said the actor said, "Cool, I'm gonna get back into shape. I'm gonna be ready in like 3 or 4 months." And they were like, "No, you're good the way you are. Come in." Disney wanted him like that. That's another thing brought up in the chat from Bunsai Taylor. She gave him some good facts.
Well, that's a great fact. I like that I know it, and I also hate it.
Right.
So thank you for that. As you know, that is my speed. I do love knowing things that I hate.
Yep, you really do. Bernieisms.
That's so funny. I mean, on one hand, it's like, you know, representation matters, obviously. We're big fans of representation.
Of course.
It's also an overcorrection. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like we're not starving for fat old guy representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
there's a lot of that in every sitcom, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So,
like,
I mean, just recast the guy. I guess you gotta have him because he was the freaking clones in all the movies, you know?
Yeah.
But
like,
I'd have been just as happy with them taking it a whole other thing. I don't know. Maybe he grew up differently. He got away from his clone DNA, got screwed up in some way, and he became different than his dad. Or you could cast another guy that kind of looks like him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a relative that's an actor that looks a lot like him.
Yeah, like a younger, fitter, just cooler looking guy. Maybe he has hair. That would be nice.
Imagine if they cast The Rock as Boba Fett.
That's a lateral move. That's a lateral move. I mean, at least the guy's got some charm and charisma, right?
Yeah. It's also sad. It'd be sad because The Rock like can't fucking move anymore. He's just muscle.
Yeah, The Rock he's an interesting case.
He's weird.
You look at his IMDb,
mm-hmm.
and it's like nothing but stinkers and duds. And then you just look at the guy and you're like, how? Like, how did they screw up? How did his agent screw up so bad? Like,
you know what?
Why is everything he's in bad? Like everything is just so low quality. I think he's also one of those like super freaks that dictates, like, no, my character can't be losing this fight, like shit like that. You know, he's like one of those guys.
100%. He doesn't lose unless
it's
like
to some, he's like, from like the Stallone camp. You know what I mean? The like
$1,000,000%.
The ego guys. You know.
He's what's his name? Seagal.
He's Seagal, yeah. He's basically like a Seagal, but like with an actual brain in his head. So like he can remain popular and good.
Yeah.
But also he makes all the stupid choices, and you know.
I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna defend his latest movie, Jungle Cruise, because that was actually kind of fun.
I'll take your word for it, but just know I do not believe you.
That being said, it is a dad movie because my dad loved that shit. We watched it because he was like, "We got to see it. It's The Rock.
Got to see Jungle Cruise.
It's gonna happen."
My brother texted me like, "Hey, let's go see Uncharted." Why is there an abundance of jungle movies now? Is it just like no money to shoot in the jungle?
Are we back to that phase in like films where people want to go back into the wilderness, like Indiana Jones? It.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. I think all adventures are jungle adventures now. There's the Lost City coming up. There's Jungle Cruise that just came out, and there's Uncharted that just came out. I mean, we had a trifecta of jungle movies already. I'm tired of the jungle.
They're rebooting Indiana Jones too at some point. Right?
Indy's coming back for Indy 5. James Mangold is directing. Spielberg is not directing.
Is he gonna be in like a rascal?
No, my friend, he is still in the original Indiana Jones costume.
Fuck,
and
man.
He looks old. It looks bad.
He was rough in the Crystal Skull. Like he could fit in the suit, but he was like
right, and it's just not enough. You know, it's just not enough. We have eyes and brains. We have eyes attached to brains. That's the unfortunate thing about being a human.
Yeah.
Is we have eyes and then these receptors and shit.
Everyone knows.
We can tell he looks old and like slow now, you know?
Yeah, he's like all types of slow. He just doesn't he hates everything and everyone as a person.
Which is cool.
That is cool. If we could get like a movie that's just him being angry at everything, cool. But to make him
AirPod down.
Oh no.
AirPod down. I'm not even gonna get it. I'm just it comes with the territory at this point.
You got the other one, you're good to go.
We're almost done, so it's okay.
Are we? We're just on 5.
We haven't even finished 4 yet. We got to get back into this.
Yeah. Let's
finish your Indiana Jones thought.
Yeah, just I got nothing. I just don't want to see an 80-year-old man lumber through a fight. That's all I don't want to see. Unless he's fighting other 80-year-old men.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that either, but I will be there day one. So I guess I'm part of the problem.
Fair. That's fair.
I guess I'm part of the problem.
That's why we're watching Boba Fett.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Chapter 5. Now we're talking.
Oh, this is cool.
Now we're talking. Because guess what? I guess the writers saw the freaking... They looked at what they had in front of them and decided, oh, this isn't working.
Oh, this is bad, guys.
This is bad. And what did they do? They went directly back to the Mandalorian.
The reason for the season, man.
The crowd goes wild.
So good. So the whole beginning was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm like, there's some things that I noticed. I was like, is this really happening again? Like, he literally, my first note is Mando's visiting Rocky because he has the fucking meatpacking plant. And then after that, like, just me reacting, it's straight up just the meatpacking plant. And then after that,
again, these are again the Star Wars real world 1-to-1 references. Like,
yeah, and then like the other thing too, like
anything else, make it literally whatever you want.
This is the future. This is way, way in the future. We have fucking spaceships, floating cars. Intergalactic travel is like fucking driving to Milwaukee. Cool. Why the fuck is the meatpacking plant still using those plastic flaps? It's the same shit. They never improved this.
I mean, I guess it didn't annoy me. I think I was just too happy that we got away from Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And we got away from him for an entire episode. Like almost the entire rest of the season. Like
pretty much.
These last 3 episodes feature the only one that features Boba Fett for any significant amount of time is the last one.
Yeah. Because even 6, he's just in there for like maybe 2 minutes.
He doesn't even have a line. He doesn't even speak. It just shows him like standing there like because they're all like gearing up for war or whatever. And then it's actually Fennec, the one that makes contact with him to like recruit him.
Exactly.
So it's like they just like Boba Fett, wait in your trailer, bro. Like go over there and go practice, go do what you got to do. I don't know, but we don't want to shoot this episode.
I'll be behind the trailer doing my hawk off for the end of the series.
Yes.
We're not doing it. It's fine. Just let him hang out. It's okay.
It's symbolic that I have to take off my mask a lot in this episode to protest the mask mandates.
Yeah.
I refuse to put the helmet on.
I wouldn't be surprised if that actor was like super anti-mask. He's
I
60.
mean, I'm obviously like just putting shit onto him because I saw those like Maori guys doing the anti-mask haka, and now I guess that's racism on my part, and I'm sorry. And oh, please don't cancel me. Oh, I would hate that.
Ooh, no.
Oh no.
My
Oh, I wouldn't be
career.
able to go online anymore. Oh, please. I would be upset that I couldn't go online anymore, I guess.
You just make an alt.
True. I would be a hot lady.
Ooh, me too. That sounds fun.
I would be a hot lady. I'm not coming back as just this again. You kidding me?
No, no, you got to be some hot ass woman. Just put that womanizing filter, the one that makes you look like a lady.
Yassify me.
Yassify
I'll
you.
get yassified.
You end up looking like your mom though, so maybe like it'd be really
It's
funny
true.
to see you.
That
as
is
your
true.
mom.
I definitely have a photo of me in the like face app.
I'm excited. I
And
have
of
one
course
too.
I am gonna clumsily look through my phone, which is
Of-
always what people want from podcasts.
That's the content we need. I did it, and I look like our cousin, Crystal.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Ah
it's
shit, I guess I
upsetting.
must have deleted it. My face app folder is gone. But just
No.
know it was beautiful. I was
Ah,
a hot babe.
wonderful. Yeah.
um Yeah, so we're with the Mandalorian this entire episode. It's basically Mandalorian season 3 episode 1.
It's all cool shit. There's Dark Saber, which is fucking awesome.
Darksaber cool.
Yeah. Halo reference.
Immediately he goes back and gets Grogu, which is kind of like kind of funny, and like they made this whole dramatic shit like at the end of
Yeah.
season 2, like this is it, my friend. And you're just supposed to think, oh, he goes off to be with, the Jedi and he's gonna train and stuff. And no, he just gets him back. Just gets him
Yeah.
back.
That's not even that
We
doesn't
gotta
even
sell
happen this
toys. We got
episode.
toys to sell, baby. We got toys to
Yeah.
sell.
He's like immediately thinking like, I miss that guy. I'm gonna go back. It's so like interesting that like this grown man is like, this baby needs to be with me all the time in these dangerous missions. Let's fucking do this. Run it back. Right, Grogu? That's so fucking like
It
I
is
love
fu-
it.
I love it too. Here's why though. It's because at the end of season 2, I was like, what's the show without him and Grogu? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you got it. We want those guys together. We don't want. I mean, I'm sure they'd find some fun stuff for Mando to do, but
Yeah.
come on, we want Baby Yoda. We love the guy.
And we want him.
We love
He's
Baby
there. He
Yoda,
should be there.
folks.
That dude needs to be there. So like another thing I noticed about this too, like another cool thing about the show actually, they brought back Amy Sedaris' character.
Yeah, see, and like one of my points, I think I'm too close to my mic, whatever.
You're good.
One of the points that I wanted to make was look at the relationship between Boba and Fennec, and then look at the relationship between Mando and Amy Sedaris' character.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
exactly-
like night and day, man. Like that's what you need for that type of character.
That's the team you want. They're
You
good
know?
together.
It's like they knew how to do it with Mando. How did they screw it up so bad with Boba Fett?
Yeah. And it like just to have like, and then the casting, like I love the casting for like Boba Fett's like side. I forget her name already again, because she's essentially Boba Fett 2.0.
Fennec.
Fennec, yeah,
Fennec.
like Fennec is like a great actress. It's cool to see her being a badass
Sure,
in this
I mean
show.
she's doing the best she can with the material. I just think the material's bad.
Yeah, the material's bad, and Amy Sedaris, like if you go back and watch it again, I think most of her lines are improvised, right?
It seems like it. I mean, she genuinely seems to be like having a lot of fun with the
Absolutely.
character. The episode is also weird because it's very slice of lifey. It's
It
like
is.
like or Mando going back to find his people to learn how to use the dark saber, and then he goes back to Tatooine to get a new ship,
Mhm.
and most of the episode is them fixing up like a hot rod for him or whatever. It's just
Yeah,
like
and
a slice of Mando's life, you know what I mean?
which
And
I,
it's so much more interesting than anything
is.
Boba Fett had going on.
it was so good, and like you said earlier, like this whole like the whole Star Wars experience with Disney is like them like trying something, and then you immediately see them pivot to be like, oh, okay, because like I said, Amy Sedaris' lines improvised. They just threw her into the show, like, hey, this is not going good. Can you guys come back and like just bring back Mando?
Yeah,
and she's
let's
like,
bring
yeah,
some-
sure.
Let's bring some crackle back to this thing.
Yeah, and it
Let's-
fucking
let's-
worked.
Let's make it good because
Yeah.
we got nothing here.
It was so good. Everything about it was fun. They even had like references to episode 1 with the fucking Naboo jet, the Naboo fighter.
Yeah, the Naboo starfighter. She has the little pit droids from
Yeah.
the pod race pit droids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. I mean, fun stuff. Like, and then they
Yeah.
get into antics and stuff like that, and it makes sense because she's
Yeah.
the character that gets into antics. You know,
She is. And it's like if you and Star Wars has antics, it's always had antics, but they always did it right. And this is them doing it right.
Mhm.
Having Boba chase the fucking droids in the kitchen, bad. Real bad. He's not
Yeah.
Chewie. Chewie could do that. He's
Chewie
not
could
that
chase
guy.
droids around in the kitchen. Yes,
As he
because that's
should.
fun to see him do it.
Yeah.
And
'cause
we
he's a
also
giant
saw a
dude.
similar dynamic with Luke on Dagobah.
Yes.
You know, with the little mischievous Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
But you just it doesn't work with Boba Fett at all. It
It
just
doesn't,
doesn't.
man.
It doesn't seem to work.
Boba Fett should be like he just needs to be like Batman, where he's just like dark all the time, with like maybe a hint, like maybe he'll say something snarky once in a while, but nothing like too Deadpool-y. But that's it. Or he's like the guy you call him when shit gets serious and he fucks shit up, like he did in the bar in
He
like
should have
episode 2.
just not. I mean, I think the real fix here is he shouldn't have gotten his own show.
No,
He
yeah, you're
maybe
right.
should have been a bad guy for Mando.
Or maybe like just have him do a cameo, like where like Mando's down and then like he just shows up in his ship and just saves him, and or like does something
Well,
like he
yeah, but
saves
that's
him.
like that is every episode of all of these.
Yeah,
That's every episode of all of these things. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
anyone's in a conflict, they just get saved by somebody.
yeah,
Like
Which
every
is-
single time.
literally happens at the end of this
Yeah,
series
yep.
too. It's every
Mhm.
time. You're right. Every single time. It
Uh,
happens like 3 times in the last episode, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It happens all through Mandalorian. It happens all through Boba Fett. It's all Disney knows how to do with Star Wars these days.
And like
The character is down and it looks like they're almost about to lose. Uh-oh, someone comes to save them, you know, last minute, last second. So
It's a
and they
se-
just
you know what it
keep
is?
going to that well over and over and over again.
that's the wrestling formula, the WWE formula, where like an icon comes out and it's like, is that John Cena? But it's actually fucking Boba Fett.
Cold's music.
By God,
Texas rattlesnake. He's coming. Yeah. But
Cactus
it works
Jack!
for wrestling, though. It works for wrestling because it's all
It does.
spectacle, you know.
It's fun, and like Star Wars, like is kind of a spectacle, but it also isn't because there's so much lore.
It just feels so cheap, you know. Like,
Yeah,
someone I was talking writing and screenplays with a teacher friend of mine, and they were like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like you can't just have the character like get saved like by like the Deus Ex Machina sort of ending. And I'm just like, well, I mean, that's how Jurassic Park ends, and that movie's a fucking classic. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but in Jurassic Park, it was cool. What you're talking about is not cool. It's like, yeah, you can get away with it if it's really fucking cool.
right.
And you know what's not really fucking cool is doing it in every single episode.
yeah,
Like, that's not cool. So,
That does
you know,
suck.
it is what it is, I guess.
Mhm.
But I would like to see these people get out of jams using their own, you know,
Yeah.
strength and gut intuitions and whatnot.
by their own hands instead of just being like another reference. Like, is that Obi-Wan Kenobi out of nowhere?
It's Obi-Wan's music.
They're
And like Alec Guinness running out. Like the
gonna
original
use that tech
Obi-Wan.
and bring him back. You know they are.
All right, we have to talk about this because we've been tippy toeing around this shit.
We have. I was so
All right.
excited.
Another character that comes back is fan favorite Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
He's training Gogan. He's training Grogu on
Go-Gurt.
on the Jedi, the new Jedi temple or whatever. And it's him. It's Luke Skywalker.
It is.
And they can't just leave it alone. You know what I mean?
He's back.
This is
for life.
like I texted you, I think, right? Did I text you about
Yeah,
this?
you did. You texted me this.
I
Absolutely.
was like, I am like, not only did I think it looked bad and like my brain just did not accept it, I thought it was like disturbing and like sad for this world. Like
You did.
I'm very worried about one, this technology, two, about how many people loved to see this.
Mhm.
It's like that's not the guy. That's not the guy that you. It's not him.
It's not him. You're right.
It's a collection of pixels that
It
look
is.
like him and try to mimic his speech. The AI generated speech. He sounds bad. It's just bad. It doesn't work.
I noticed
It's
that too, and
terrible.
like I think it actually is Mark Hamill trying to do his old voice. And
No,
you
it's
could
not.
hear-
It's
Oh,
actually not. No, it's computer AI. They fed the lines through like an AI that spat them out in young Mark Hamill voice.
Is that why it sounded like when you asked Google Translate to read?
Yes, that's why he sounds like he's like the Force, little one. Like it's just like weird.
That's rough. That's rough to hear. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, like I have to say, the visuals are an improvement over the end of Mandalorian season 2.
Well, look, man, I understand that, and I know that a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: getting punched in the face is a lot better than getting punched. Hold on, getting punched in the arm is a lot better than getting punched in the face. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. I don't
Fair.
want either of them necessarily. You know what I mean? So like, even though it's an improvement from the last thing, I think it still looks like Polar Express shit to me. Like it just looks
There is something
scary
off,
and
you're
uncanny valley. And like the disturbing thing about it to me is like, so like the way the reaction to it, I guess, the fandom, people loving that this is in the show, people loving that their Luke Skywalker is back and we get to have him back or whatever, and not immediately rejecting it is disturbing to me. And I think, hear me out,
Uh-huh.
I think that's why misinformation is able to spread so quickly in this country, because people's brains are just bad now and just not, everyone's just okay with everything. It's just like,
I
it's
hate
just
how
like-
much sense you're making right now.
Okay.
I really do.
I just think it's disturbing. I think it's like, it's strange that we're all okay with this. One, that it came out of this mega corporation that's Disney that's creating this technology. Like, what's the next step here? We're selling this to the fucking like highest bidder. And who's the highest
much.
bidder? The fucking military. This is gonna be like this is what sci-fi, this is the type of technology that sci-fi used to warn us about. And
Yeah.
now it's just being used to make sci-fi like garbage. It's just like,
Sci-fi
know, man.
warned us about sci-fi trash.
yes. And it's just like, oh my God. To me, it's like, it's those robot dogs, right? It's like the freaking, the robot dogs that are patrolling the fucking border now. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's just making you okay with all that stuff. It's just like,
So what you're
like, are
saying
we
is
happy?
like
Are we
our
happy
life is-
now that like robots are replacing our entire existences? Like, we're just okay with that because it's like, cool. Oh, cool. I get to have my old guy back from back then when I liked the thing from back then, and he's in the new thing now. Cool. Okay. I'll
You
take
know-
it. If that means that a couple of people have to be brutalized by fucking robot dogs roaming the streets under the fucking police state that we live in, like, cool,
So-
fine.
so
As
you're
long as I
saying-
get my Lukey back.
So essentially, Paul Verhoeven has written our current present.
Basically,
directed
yeah.
it.
And he got it right.
He's
It's like
not
we
wrong.
we see it and we celebrate it.
Like, honestly, if we gave the dude I'd buy that for $1 dude a show right now, it'd probably be like the best show on Fox.
Yeah, I mean, he got it so spot on with RoboCop. He
did.
got it so spot on with RoboCop.
And fucking Starship Troopers, same shit.
Yeah,
He-
it's
he-
just
he-
like
he
how easy
predicted-
it is to turn people.
He predicted post 9/11. That's
yeah,
all-
the like jingoism and the like rah rah rah. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna get him.
Yep.
I mean, I was on. You could probably look at some old tweets or something where I'm like, hell yeah, we got Bin Laden. Like,
That's it. Now that you brought that up,
Middle East.
let's all remember.
USA.
Let's all remember the awkwardness that was John Cena announcing that to everyone at the fucking WWE event that he was at.
We have compromised to a permanent end.
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden. Whoa.
That shit was insane. Peacemaker announced the death of
That's
Osama
like
bin
that. That's like my my word now. That's my phrase for anything. Like it's like, man, dude, did you eat already? Man, dude, I compromised to a permanent end that pizza.
Yes.
I have compromised that pizza to a permanent end.
That's gonna be the phrase of
Tell you that much.
2022.
Yeah. I am compromising these beers to a permanent end right now, man. I'm just going through them.
I'm getting there, man. These lights are hitting the spot.
But that's my big qualm with the Luke Skywalker thing. The fact that it looks terrible to me, and like I think it should look terrible to everyone, and everyone should be like mad and revolting.
Right. It's I understand that, and I think maybe what helped me get, because I'm still enjoying the shit out of this series, and I enjoyed everything about this series. Even like after this conversation, I'm still looking back at it and being like, that was kind of rad.
Yeah, because we have lizard brains with pleasure centers and stuff.
We do.
We gotta get the little we gotta get the little feelies in here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I love garbage. Give me the garbage. I want more garbage.
I like trash. I've watched in January. I watched fucking 3 action movies featuring Frank Grillo as the main protagonist.
Yes,
like I like trash too. I really do. It's just really weird how just okay we are with a lot of this stuff, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, and it's just
is weird. It is kind of weird. You're right.
It also just doesn't look good. Like, everyone's talking about how great Luke Skywalker looks. I can't. I look at that and I'm just like, no, it doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I was so hyped that he looked better than like the end of season 2 of Mando. I was like, oh my god, this actually looks kind of better.
This is a losing war for me, man. Like,
because I'm the dum-dum. I'm the dum-dum of the group.
It's okay. Listen, we need that. You know, we need to sell rope belts.
Oh man,
someone needs to buy them.
I am hovering over the buy now rope belt right now.
Please buy the rope belt, and not only that, try it on for the first time live on the podcast.
I'll do it. I actually made to do it beforehand because I need it for this weekend. Because my pants are like around my ass now, and it's not good.
You know, this is a good problem to have. This is a good problem to have.
It is, I guess.
I gained a little bit of weight coming back from the hospital, but I'm trying to regulate that again. Yeah, trying real fucking hard. I just ate a pizza puff live on the podcast. So like,
you're like housing beers.
And I have 3 total, so it's okay. I can't have.
Okay, fair.
I can literally not have more than that because I also have an expired driver's license, and they won't sell it to me at the store.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Tell them you almost died.
Yeah, and then you tell them like, no, they extended the expiration date to March, so I still have some time. And they're not hearing that. They're not hearing that at the store. I'll tell you that much.
That's fair. That is very fair. But also, it fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? I could just bring my passport.
Yeah, bring your passport. This should be good still. You got at least another year out of that, right?
I definitely got one more year out of that. Yeah.
Oh, real quick, going back to Luke Skywalker, there is one actually kind of cool thing that isn't just me being stupid, but seeing Luke Skywalker actually do shit with a lightsaber that isn't just like a middle-aged guy like holding a stick was fun. Even though it wasn't him, it was just cool to kind of see that.
Yeah, I get it. I get how that could be fun. I get how that could be
like
fun.
it's
whatever. I don't know. Save it for the video games, man. You know.
That would make a lot more sense too, because then you get the benefit of like it should be CGI because it's a video game. So you're right.
Get away with a lot more. I don't know. Absolutely. Whatever, man. That's my rant about Luke Skywalker. We know how I feel about it. Let's just get to the end of this show.
Wait, before that, there was a conversation we had when we were watching episode 6 that I think we should bring up. Do you think Timothy Oliphant's character and the Mando like have like a weird sexual tension?
I think there is a weird sexual tension, and
right?
I'm all the way here for it.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see
Uh,
these dudes bone it up.
when I worked at Soho House,
Mhm.
Timothy Oliphant was there because he was filming um, Fargo here in Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of the Fargo guys were staying at the hotel. And I was an AV guy there, so I was like tearing down this like live music setup, and Oliphant was sitting back there like
Mhm.
after a day of shooting, he was just sitting there hammering fucking whiskeys,
Nice.
and he was plastered, but he was as cool as ever.
He looks like a
And
really cool dude.
I saw him get up and go to the hotel or go to the elevator,
Mhm.
and I ditched all of my expensive gear to just like rush over to the elevator so I could get in and ride with them.
That's I would too.
So we got in the elevator together, and he's kind of leaning against the wall like this, like kind of all cool, like
Nice, like a
bopping
cowboy.
along to the elevator music. And then I was just like, having a good night, and he looked at me. He's like, I want to get the perspective right here. He's like leaning like this. He turns to me and goes like, "Oh yeah, you know it, brother."
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
And I was just like, oh, this is
shit.
awesome. I tried to play it cool, but I'm like such a fucking nerd.
The
And
Justified from
I
the
just
show
wanted
Justified.
to tell him. I wanted to tell him so bad that, like, dude, I'm a huge fan.
I know, it's so hard
But
not to.
I work there, and it's our policy not to talk.
Yeah.
I worked there, and it was our policy not to talk. I lost that job because of the pandemic.
Sorry.
Which was okay. Whatever. We're not gonna get into that.
It happens.
Story for another time. But yeah, that dude was like legit cool, and tipped really nice, and was super nice to all of the servers and stuff, and he just seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah. I wish I
And
could talk
then
about.
of course I worked with him later when I worked on Fargo
Fuck yeah.
after they came back from the pandemic break.
Nice.
And then I got even more cool stories about him. So
I have an experience that's similar, not super similar, but I saw someone really cool that I think we both geek out about, but I can't talk about it because I still work there, but I'll tell you after the show.
okay, cool. I'll be
But yeah.
looking forward to that. And any more name drops? I saw a bunch of dudes during the All-Star game when it was here in Chicago.
Nice.
Other than that, those are my
yeah.
famous people that I met there.
The only good one I got is from my old job where I got a hug from the lead singer of AC/DC. Really nice guy.
Nice. Brian Johnson.
Shorter than me. And
Yeah.
I'm short. He's tiny.
And then they had to replace him with Axl Rose for that tour.
Yeah, because he went deaf.
Yeah.
Poor man. He's such a nice dude. I feel so bad for him. He got
I
replaced.
love ACDC. ACDC just never let the like, we love rock and roll. Like they just never let that die.
No,
like,
and
every
it's,
song is just that.
God bless him. Because that's the shit everyone needs. Fucking love those guys.
Just the hollowest music, but come on, man. Like
It's just like
good stuff.
I like big boobs and rock music too.
Big boobs and rock music too.
I got big balls and you got big boobs.
Angus Young absolutely shredding a freaking solo.
In his boy shorts and long socks.
Still does it. Still does. He
is 90. I'm guessing. I don't know how old he is.
You know what? This may have been the most fun I've had on this new Zoom recording series of Husky Heroes episodes. This is fun. I like
this. Is really fun. We're only supposed to go for an hour.
Right yeah. I was like, man, dude, let's cap this at an hour because I'm fucking tired.
Pretty beat.
Maybe
too.
this is the way. Doing it tired.
I think that might be the move because then we get loopy.
Yeah,
we're almost there though. We're on chapter 7 essentially.
It's 8:26. I have to take my melatonin gummies, so let's power through this thing.
Let's do it.
So, lots of cool stuff happens. Blah blah blah. Good episodes, right? 5 and 6, good episodes.
Great episodes.
And 7, we get back to Boba Fett, but it's also like the Mandalorian has one of the bigger storylines in this entire thing.
Yeah,
and like we're with him for most of the episode anyway, And,
yeah, and then
really
you
cool
have that
way to end the series is just like letting
Absolutely.
Mandalorian just completely take over this shit.
This is exactly how Boba Fett should be in every series that he's in. Like it should just be him accompanying someone who's way cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let them show up and do some cool stuff, and then that's it. And then they try to kind of like tack on, like they give him a nemesis, you know,
Yeah, they got
like
the dude from
Cad Bane, the dude from Clone Wars, shows up.
yeah, which
And
was
if you haven't watched Clone Wars, which I have not watched that all the way through,
Mhm.
you don't understand why this is like a big deal for Boba Fett. And I
Yeah.
would imagine it's very confusing for a lot of the people watching. And I really wish they would just stop doing shit like that.
Yeah, like it's cool that they're like trying to like send cool stuff to the people that like were like really big fans, but you're right, it's a bit much. But
Yeah,
it's still cool to see
you
because
just
I
got you
watched
have
it.
to make it you have to make it work for
Yeah,
the casuals, you know. I
absolutely.
understand there's, 20 Marvel movies, but you got to be able to watch the one that you're watching without having to have,
Yeah,
had
because
to see all 20.
most of the people that know these characters, the new ones that are like in there, are like younger, and the older fans like us, like some of us fucking missed it because we like kind of dropped out of it because it was like
Yeah.
too depressing to go back to the episodes 1 through 3, and but some of us kind of stuck around every once in a while. So like, yeah, okay, watch it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I
it's sad.
understand they have some kind of past or something. It just wasn't hitting for me cuz
Yeah,
it just felt so too little too late.
yeah, it's sad. Like
Why
it's
wasn't the season just him versus that guy the entire
yeah,
time?
that should have been the
Like, let
first
that be
intro.
the conflict. Let it be if you wanted to make him a good guy, you do that 100%, you just he's trying not to be his father. You make it a father thing. Primal. Make it something that we can all relate to. He doesn't want to become his father, this violent, horrible bounty hunter guy.
Yeah,
And Cad Bane comes along and he's like that's a piece of his father, and he has to defeat it
yeah,
or whatever, but he has to become who he doesn't want to be in order to defeat it. I mean, come on. Like, it writes itself at that point.
yeah. Like it's
Instead we
easy.
get fucking Tusken Raider mumbo jumbo and fishmen selling spice. Like,
Space, which is
God,
just fucking Dune shit thrown into Star Wars, which is
I know.
upsetting.
I don't know, man.
I know, I get it, but I still, again, fucking feed me dumb shit. Feed me shit, and I will eat it. I am American.
Yeah.
Give me doo doo, and I will eat
I
it.
think I think I'm fighting a losing battle, and
Yeah, you gotta,
I
you
am
gotta be
coming
into it,
off
or
too. I'm sure people are like, this guy is like miserable. Like, no, I'm very happy.
you are. You're very fun. We were doing karaoke for your birthday. We were having a good ass time.
Oh, that was fun.
That was
That
very
was a
fun.
good time.
I
That was
I
a
had
really
not done
good time.
karaoke in a long time. I was so excited. So excited.
But man, I don't know. I want these things to be as good as they could be, and I'm just upset with what they've been churning out.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say because I really do like The Mandalorian. I'm a fan. But I do
Good.
also talk my shit when I'm watching that also.
Yeah.
So
Because there's stuff in there that like it definitely is off-putting sometimes, but generally it's good. But you know what's funny? I feel like Disney when it comes to Star Wars too. Like if I think the Mando a good parallel to them is Rogue One, because that's like something new that alludes to the universe,
that
but it's
does lead
good.
me to another point. It's that I think that Disney is all the way off the tracks at this point. I think it's the only Star Wars that's 100% confirmed to be released in like live action form is legacy character shows. Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
uh what's her fucking name? Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Those are the next two series coming out.
Hmm.
And it's like you already have the playbook for
Yeah.
what people want out of new Star Wars. Why do you keep going back to the legacy character route?
Yeah.
Like, we got the Book of Boba Fett. We got a legacy character show.
Yeah.
We got Han Solo, We got the trilogy that people, whatever you feel about that,
Mhm.
I think it's generally seen as a kind of a letdown, especially the way that they handled the third movie.
Yeah.
But
A
we
lot of
got our
it.
legacy characters already. Why not just go the route? You're doing so well with The Mandalorian, and Rogue One is, for whatever reason, everyone's favorite fucking Star Wars movie now. you have the roadmap for a successful like
Yeah.
Star Wars. Why aren't you doing more of that rather than going back and revisiting shit?
And they have another Mando coming up because they're gonna give Cassian his own show. Like that's gonna be good.
Yeah. And again, and I guess that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that and Ahsoka, I guess, make a little bit of sense because they're more like expanded universe characters or whatever.
Right.
But like, I'm 100% worried about an Obi-Wan show, and
Yeah, like,
I have to hope that like Ewan McGregor isn't doing it just for the paycheck, where he'll just like not interject because he like legit cares about the character.
He does.
And he's like
he
one
grew
of
up a
those
Star Wars
guys.
fan.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys, you know.
Yeah.
One of those guys that'll fight for, you know, the right path for the characters or whatever.
Like, I think he literally fought to get Obi-Wan a show.
Yeah, I think they were gonna do a movie at first, and you know, everything is streaming now, so everything has to be a series now. Another big thing I have trouble with.
Yeah,
But
it's
you know,
like this could have been a movie.
Boba Fett could have been a movie, sure.
Yeah. It could have
Yeah,
been a
why
2.5 hour movie and would have been happy.
I just think I guess my main thing is just like you have a roadmap for what people like and what is cool and what you've been doing well. Just stick to that. I mean, like they already like canceled the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron show, which I was like super looking forward to.
That would have been fucking cool.
And it's like, dude, don't get like a director who actually knows what they're fucking doing if that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Robert Rodriguez, perfect for the Star Wars shows because he'll literally just do whatever thing the studio wants. You know what I mean? Like,
and he'll make it look as good as it can.
And he likes doing that. He likes playing with, you know, CG stuff and all that stuff.
And Chapter 7 was a straight up Rodriguez joint, and it was like it was a fun ass episode.
Yeah, and you know, does he have some bad taste? Sure. Like he created the weird scooter gang.
Yeah. Speaking of one of the people we're watching the series with, my friend Herman Munster Cheese, Maritza, she brought up a really funny line when the scooter guys rolled up the first time. She was like, "Oh shit, here come the fucking Spy Kids."
Yeah,
they look like fucking Spy Kids.
That's like 100% spot on. It looks like something straight out of Spy Kids.
Yeah, dude, she fucking nailed that shit.
That's perfect.
That shit killed me because she's 100% right. It's fucking Spy Kids.
Dude, I was so excited for you to watch. I was like, I cannot wait till Sota sees these goddamn scooter guys. There's no way. And the first thing you were like, I kind of like it.
I like the way they look, but they have no right being cool. They're not heroes. They should be.
The one thing that I do like, we talked about this before we started recording, was the girl, the red-haired robotic girl.
Yeah.
Was just like trying to have little moments with everyone during the big battle at the end, like with Fennec, when Fennec like saves them or whatever. She's like, "Thank you," and then Fennec's like, "Oh, manners," and there's like a little sexy little, you know, play between them, and you're just like, okay, what the hell was that? And then later she's like doing the same thing with the like Freedom Town person or whatever, Freetown, whatever it's called,
the one that goes with her up to the top of the building, right?
Yeah,
there's like she was just like ready to go, man. Which like
I thought they were gonna just do it right there, man.
That would have been hot.
Like, she's like, I won't miss from this distance. Ding.
Yeah.
It's like,
bum, 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 bum,
like,
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, say less. Oh, say less, girl. Say less.
Say less.
But she was just like, that was like her main MO. Like fighting the war, secondary.
Yeah.
Getting my rocks off, that's prime. That's first.
Yeah, that's a Robert Rodriguez thing also. Like he just kind of has a hard time with female characters, I think. Because he's kind of old school.
What director from like that era doesn't? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, every big '90s guy is bad with women all the time,
man,
and that's unfortunate in this day and age.
We
didn't even talk about the saddest part of Chapter 7, and that our thick green boys, our other husky heroes, fucking got murked,
the freaking Gamorrean guards got just carelessly killed. Everyone else, literally everyone else survived.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
here's
got
one
pushed.
one cool thing I liked.
Mhm.
Jumping away from that because that did make me very sad.
That made me
Is
super sad too.
the big black Chewbacca, Chris Anton. I
Yeah,
do love that Boba Fett calls him Santo. That's
yeah,
fun.
that
That's
shit's pretty
fun.
cool, man.
I like that.
The-
I like that.
Boba Fett weirdly good with like assembling people and getting nicknames for them, or just like he's like weirdly like just a cool dude, but he's also still Boba Fett. What the fuck?
I'll have a beer with him. I have a
I
beer
would
with
too.
Tamora Morrison.
I mean, hopefully, if he wears a mask, oh, we'll see.
Can you believe this scamdemic? Okay. All right, dude.
Your character literally always wears a helmet. Stop it. Maybe that's the movie. Just get everyone to wear like.
in. It lets more toxins in. They're good for the body. I'm
Yeah.
losing it. I'm losing Boba Fett there.
Yeah, you're sounding more like Palpatine.
body.
You're like
Do it.
Palpatine.
Do it.
I gotta rewatch it to get his voice back. It's been a sec.
I don't know, man. I mean, overall, I think you could have just done without all the Boba Fett stuff. Just make it a TV special. Make it an hour-long special of Mandalorian getting Grogu back.
Honestly, yeah.
And
This
make
could
it
have been
the Mandalorian holiday special.
Yeah, like this whole series, like as much as I enjoyed it for the nostalgia's sake, it was a side quest at best.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do with Boba Fett. They blew their load on Mandalorian, and they ultimately just had to go back and do what people liked, and it was the Mandalorian. So
Yeah, it's weird to
it
see
is
the
what it
pivot.
is. We got what we got, and
Yeah.
I don't think
mid-season
I'm
pivot.
off base here saying that like this is pretty disappointing, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay with people liking it. You know, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. Like I enjoyed it, but I also know that it's not good. It's very schlocky and like
Yeah,
haphazardly done. But I fucking keep feeding me, man. I love that shit.
it is what it is.
I blame the pandemic for making everything that isn't sad and locked down seem really cool. That's all it is. Is people interacting and doing cool shit.
I'm trying to put that together in my brain. I don't know what you mean by that.
What like just
What do
like
you mean?
like life is depressing, but watching these
Right.
characters do shit is like, ooh, I forgot about.
Oh yeah, like I
life
said,
sucking.
man, it's lizard brain stuff, man. It's you know, you got to get those serotonins going. You know, you got to get those spikes,
It's true.
and you got to
Speaking
let
of.
you know your little brain synapses got to fire off and make you feel all good and warm inside. And hey, here comes Boba Fett. You know, coming in. This is the same thing as like this is the same thing why like you know people go back to their toxic exes. You know, it's like you just need what you know. You
And
know?
exactly, that's a great analogy for this
You
show.
just need what you know.
Like you know they're gonna let you down, but at the same time you also know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting already. It is
Oh.
what it is.
That's sad.
So on that note, that's it for this week's episode. Is there anything else we need to cover, Sota? Are you happy with where we left it off at this point?
I'd say so. I think we acknowledged all the downfalls of the show, and I think we did good. I think we did all right.
I think we did okay. I think yeah. I think
There's
this is
one.
the best Boba Fett content we could have put out.
I'd say so.
And we
There's
did our
one more.
best.
There's one more thing we said earlier, or you said earlier, that we have to kind of cap off Bob and Boba with like a Bob movie,
Yes.
a Bob Hoskins movie. Have you ever seen The Long Good Friday?
I have not seen A Long Good Friday, and I saw the poster for it when I was looking at Bob Hoskins movies that we could do, and I
Yeah.
want to watch it so bad.
Should that be the one? Can we throw in just a really good
You know
one?
what? Before we do that, I want to look up to see if we could actually stream it somewhere.
It's on HBO Max. I just saw
Oh,
it.
hell yeah. Then let's do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Done.
It's on there right
Done.
now.
Let's do it. 100%. So the next time you see the Husky Heroes, we will be capping off Bob and Boba month with The Long Good Friday, the British mobster movie starring
Yes.
Bob Hoskins.
And Helen Mirren, who is eternally sexy.
Come
Oh my god, that woman.
on.
Whew.
Come on, fellas. You know what I'm saying.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
You know what I mean.
Oh, it's gonna be so
All
good.
right. Let's do this so I can
Yep.
play some Russian roulette.
Sounds good. So plugs, I guess?
Plugs. You know me. I'm always pushing that Instagram. I haven't been posting on there much. Something you got to get on there. You gotta. You sent me some funny memes that people have sent you. I think you should be posting those on the Instagram also.
On ours? Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back. I still have the login, so I'll get back in there and start throwing them up.
Yeah, get in there and throw some funny
Yeah.
stuff up there, especially when they're given to us by like people who listen to the episode.
Yes.
That's valuable, baby. Those are interactions right there.
That is. I gotta let them know, like,
I
hey,
can't
send
snap.
them. Oh, that's crisp. God damn. There you go. You have less
Okay, I
fat
could
on
do
your
it.
hands.
I could do it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, well,
I
I'll
lost
throw
some hand weight recently. You know, my hands are looking real good these days.
all my fat's going in my hands.
Nah, my hands are still kind of chubby.
Well,
I have
well,
such baby hands. Look at this.
Me too. Is that just a family thing?
Well, for me, it's. I used to have calluses and stuff, but then I went
Yeah.
to the hospital and everything smoothed out.
Everything's smoothed out because
All
you were
smoothed
laying
out.
down.
I did nothing for months, so you know.
That'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. Alrighty.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting the frick out of here because I have to pee
Cool.
so bad.
Me too. Also, real quick, Soda86 on everything, and also get on the Discord. We're there.
Find us. We probably also got to revive the Twitter because we're missing out on a lot of audience there as well.
We
so.
are. Yeah.
Let's get that going again.
I'll get back on
You'll
that shit.
be seeing a lot more of the Husky Heroes, and remember to watch The Long Good Friday starring Bob Hoskins.
Yep.
I'm expecting that one to be very good. So
Oh, totally. And I'll put up on the Discord and the Instagram when I'll be like doing the stream on there, and we'll throw the link up.
sounds good.
Cool.
Alrighty, Sota. I will see you next time, baby boy.
You.
Later, hooker.